Hey everyone, it's RJ of Slow Movement. Got Chris here. So today we're going to be working on his S15. We're going to be pulling the transmission. So recently Chris had an issue with one of the rocker arms in his head breaking to pieces. So we're going to be pulling his motor, transmission, and he's actually just going to do a full rebuild along with adding upgrades so he can hit like the 400 horsepower mark with it. So this will kind of start a series of episodes of us messing with the S15, and here soon we're also going to start a series of episodes of me taking apart a spare motor for the Civic and starting the all-wheel drive on that as well. I got the motor sitting over there in the corner, so we're excited to start these two mini-series, if you want to call it that, and hope you guys enjoy them. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take the hood off, and then we're going to throw the car on jack stands, and that way we can get up and under it so we can pull the transmission, and then we'll pull the motor out from the top. Alright guys, so we got the car on jack stands, we got the hood off, and then we're kind of just checking out the manual real quick. That way we don't just do this fly-by-wire, and that way we can take the trans out with no issues first time. Alright, so we got the manual pulled up, so we're going to do this. This is to tighten the tightening order, so we're going to do this in reverse order. Basically we're going to take out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then that way they can drop out the transmission, hopefully with putting the least amount of stress on those bolts and hardware. Alright guys, so this is kind of going a little bit slow, just because we finally got up into where you can see Chris is turning a bolt up in that little tight radius up there. And then so we've been loosening them in the order we need to, and then we had to take the downpipe off. That way we could get to these bolts up here, and then we'll be moving over to this side to do the bolts over on that side here soon. Alright, so we got all of the front bolts out, including the starter and stuff up here, and then all these bolts. We got a jack up front. We have a jack on the plate back here. Chris is undoing the transmission mount bolts, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop this puppy. Alright guys, so we had to do a lot of wiggling and jacking back and forth to get this puppy out, but we got the transmission out. We're about to put the engine stands together. We got two of them. We're gonna put my K20 on one and then his SR on the other. So we're gonna put those together, and then tomorrow night we are going to pull his SR. engine stand assembled. Chris is finishing up putting the arms on his. And then we're gonna throw my K20 on there. And then again, his SR. But that's kind of a wrap up for tonight. We're gonna start fresh in the morning. All right, we're on day 2. Last night we got started pretty late, so we only worked on the car for like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get the trans out and then kind of clean up the garage and everything. But this morning we've already pulled a lot of the other cables and lines and everything attached to the motor, and then the motor is actually loose in there, so we just basically gotta hook it up with the engine hoist and then lift it up and out of the car and throw it on an engine stand. All right, guys, so we got the motor out. Had a few snag ups on, you know, small things like wiring harnesses and clips and stuff like that, but it's out. Sitting here now, we just got to get the clutch and flywheel off, which honestly we should have taken off last night when we took the transmission off. But whatever, we're gonna get that off and then get it put on the motor stand now. Alright guys, so we got the engine on the stand. We had a little bit of issues because the base of the stand was just as wide as the base of the engine hoist, so we were hitting and we had to like pick up the stand and do some like sketchy stuff, but it's all on there now. So next thing we're gonna do is start tearing into it, but that'll be next episode. So stay tuned. If you liked what you saw, you know, drop a comment, subscribe, and we'll continue making more videos. Thanks.